Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We are doing another episode of This Week in Amateur Radio. Yes, we are. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday so far. It's kind of cold here in upstate New York, as you can see from the weather report. So, but thanks everybody for being a part of the stream. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's, oh, you know what? Helps if I turn my camera on, doesn't it? Turn the camera on. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's been a while. Hope everybody's doing good. Mute the music here. All right. So yeah, we're doing This Week in Amateur Radio. We are streaming. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's let me get into it here. Let me just minimize this thing here. And let me share my screen. No, that's that. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I got to do that. And we'll do entire screen. Yeah, we're going to do the entire screen because that's just kind of how we roll. Mute notifications. All right. And I think I'm going to mute this tab just to be on the safe side. Hopefully you should be able to hear me. All right. And I've got, boom. I got that rocking. All right. So yeah, I had to change up a few things just because I had to reinstall Mac OS on my Mac, unfortunately. So I lost a lot of stuff, so I have to recreate a bunch of stuff. But the nice thing is I remember how I created it, so I can just recreate it a little bit better. But anyway, again, thanks for joining me on the stream. I appreciate it. We've got some stories here. So first off, though, we're going to start out with my intro. We're going to go here, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and minimize that part there. There. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here is what we're going to actually do. We are going to do this presentation. We're going to change the presentation up a bit here. We're just going to do Audacity. There. And then there I am. Okay. And then I got that. All right. So, you know, we're going to also get rid of that. We'll get rid of that banner. We don't need it right now. And I do need, where is it here? Where'd it go? I do want to have this pop up there. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's get going. First thing I need to do is I need to record my intro for the podcast. And reporting from our news bureau just outside Albany, New York, in the Geek Cave studios, I'm Rich Lawrence, KB2 MOB. There. File. We want to export audio. Export to computer, which is kind of stupid. Browse. Where's Dropbox? Twear. And we'll call this intro MOB. Save. And I like doing 4800. Stereo. Yeah, entire project. Export. And then I give it to George, and George does whatever he needs to do with it. And okay, I just saw it sync, so that's good. All right. File new. Doot. Oh, that's weird. Okay. All right. I see how that works. All right. You know what? We'll keep this one. And we'll just go this, and then we'll just record with this one. That's all we'll use. I'll expand that out a little bit. I'll put up the chat over here so I can see the chat. Where'd it go? I'm due for another drawing video, drawing stream. So we're going to do another drawing stream, I think. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get this one knocked out. In the UK, Ofcom has agreed to the Radio Society of Great Britain's request to extend the 146 to 147 megahertz NOV for a further year. It is available on a non-interference basis, and the NOV is subject to a 30-day notice period of change or withdrawal. Ofcom's objective is allocating this new part of the spectrum. All right, let's yeah. Withdrawal. Ofcom's objective is allocating this. Okay, we're gonna start here. And where is the edit? Yeah, we're just gonna go like this. We're gonna say delete. Delete. Okay. And then we'll just pick it up from there. Ofcom's objective in allocating this new part of the spectrum is to encourage amateurs to experiment and test new communication schemes and systems. The RSGB VHF manager would therefore welcome reports of innovative use of the spectrum to support future discussions via vhf.manager@rsgb.org.uk. Full license holders can apply for the 146 through 147 megahertz NOV on the RSGB website. Okay, so let's give it a listen. Let's see what we got here. Boop. What the hell? Oh, okay. I see. What the hell? All right. No, that's not what I wanted. Get it back. Get it back. Undo, delete. Undo, delete. Undo, record. I don't know what that. I'm gonna have to redo the whole fucking thing. All right, whatever. I don't care. In the UK, Ofcom has agreed to the Radio Society of Great Britain's request to extend the 146 to 147 megahertz NOV for a further year. It is available on a non-interference basis, and the NOV is subject to a 30-day notice period of change or withdrawal. Ofcom's objective in allocating this new part of the spectrum is to encourage amateurs to experiment and test new communication schemes and systems. The RSGB VHF manager would therefore welcome reports of innovative use of the spectrum to support future discussions via the email vhf.manager@rsgb.org.uk. Full license holders can apply for the 146 through 147 megahertz NOV on the RSGB website. Okay. In the UK, Ofcom has agreed to the Radio Society of Great Britain's request to extend the 146 to 147 megahertz NOV for a further year. It is available on a non-interference basis, and the NOV is subject to a 30-day notice period of change or withdrawal. Ofcom's objective in allocating this new part of the spectrum is to encourage amateurs to experiment and test new communication schemes and systems. The RSGB VHF manager would therefore welcome reports of innovative use of the spectrum to support future discussions via the email vhf.manager@rsgb.org.uk. Why? I don't know why that's. Why is that like that? That was weird. That was very weird. What the hell, man? In the UK, to the schemes and systems. The RSGB VHF manager would therefore welcome reports of innovative use of the spectrum to support future discussions via the email vhf.manager@rsgb.org.uk. In the UK, that's super weird. Okay, look. In the UK. All right, wait a minute. On the RSGB website. This is weird. All right, let's start from here. In the UK, I have a feeling. Oh wait, that's playback speed. Playback speed is normal. What? How do you do the? The RSGB VHF manager would therefore welcome reports of innovative use of the spectrum to support future discussions via the email vhf.manager@rsgb.org.uk. Full license holders can apply for the 146 through 147 megahertz NOV on the RSGB. Full license holders. Okay, I see what's going on here. I see. How do you get rid of those? Enable looping. No, I don't want the looping. Clear loop. There. In the UK. Got it. The 146 through 147 megahertz NOV on the RSGB website. Okay, I think that's good. So we're going to go ahead and export. Don't show me this again. Export to the computer. Criminy. Okay. Man, what a piece of... I'm sorry, guys. All right. It's uploading to George. Boom. All righty. Where'd Audacity go here? And we're just going to... 7 megahertz NOV. Just going to select all. We're going to delete. And we're going to do... Go back here. Back to the beginning. All right. Host, yeah. Playback, recording, device, channel, stereo. I wonder what effects can I get? Oh yeah, they got a lot of plugins. That's right. Voice and podcasting. Soap cleaner. Some of these I think are pay. I don't know. All right, but whatever. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do a stream exploring those a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. The other question I have right now is my audio good? Let me go here. I'm going to go to my and just double check it here. Content. Just want to make sure my audio is good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I heard it. So it's working. It's working. I'm happy. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's do our next story. Boom. Record and go. Finding, collecting, and restoring vintage tech is the rewarding pastime of many in the amateur radio hobby. Working with old school gear can be tough, though, when documentation or supporting resources are hard to find. If you're in need of an old manual or a little scrap of software, you might find the Vintage Technology Digital Archive, the VTDA, a useful destination to add to your vintage tech arsenal. The VTDA is a simple website. There's no search function or fancy graphical way to browse the resources on offer. Instead, it's merely a collection of files and a well-ordered directory tree. Click through and you'll find a collection of high-resolution scans of various old diskettes and their packaging. Other dictionary trees will give you all kinds of useful documentation, from press releases to data sheets for printers long forgotten. You can even find Heathkit schematics. and old Windows boot images if you dive into the depths. While it doesn't have everything by any means, the VTDA has lots of interesting little bits and pieces that you might not find anywhere else. It's a great counterpart to other archival efforts out on the web, particularly if you're a member of the Retro Computing Massive, which is me. I am into the retro computing. So this is definitely going to be something I'm going to check out. From press releases to data sheets for printers long forgotten. Okay. So I'm going to do this. You can even find Heathkit schematics. Yeah, I didn't like that. Let's get rid of this. You can even find Heathkit schematics and old Windows boot images if you dive into the depths. While it doesn't have everything by any means, the VTDA has lots of interesting little bits and pieces that you might not find anywhere else. It's a great counterpart to... I kind of fumbled it there. Let me get back over here. Anywhere else. It's a great counterpart. Yep, right there. It's part to else. It's a great counterpart to other archival part. Let's get rid of this. Anywhere else. It's a great counterpart to other archival efforts out on the web, particularly if you're a member of the Retro Computing Massive. Boop, 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 boop. All right. That sounds good. Export audio. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Show in Finder. This was 12, right? Yeah. There. Just had to rename it. Okay. This is 13, right? Yeah, this is 13. So we'll rename that 13. Save. And up it goes. The only bad thing about using Audacity as compared to Adobe Audition that I was using before is it doesn't save the session file. So if George wants to edit anything, he's only got the raw WAV file. He can't do anything else with it. No session files. That's the only drawback with all this, because I had to reinstall Mac OS, unfortunately. So, all right, but that's 13. We're cruising right along here. Let's go ahead and boom. Let's get this next one going here. Moraine Park Technical College. Like new laptops to the Fond du Lac. Okay. Let's go ahead. Moraine Park Technical College has generously donated 5 like new laptop computers to the Fond du Lac Amateur Radio Club, supporting the club's mission to promote education, emergency communications, and technical innovation within the community. The donation will help the club modernize its equipment and expand its educational outreach programs. The laptops will be used for digital communication demonstrations, emergency preparedness training, and licensing courses for new amateur radio operators. We are incredibly grateful to Moraine Park Technical College for their thoughtful contribution, said Dave McCumber, president of the Fond du Lac Amateur Radio Club. These laptops will strengthen our ability to teach, train, and support both new and experienced radio operators throughout the region. We will also be using them for required license testing that we provide and field day operations. Moraine Park Technical College regularly partners with local organizations to support community learning and technical advancement. At Moraine Park, we believe in empowering our communities through access to technology and education, said Donna Haas, purchasing director at Moraine Park Technical College. We're pleased to note these laptops will help foster hands-on learning and emergency communication readiness. Founded in 1952, the Fond du Lac Amateur Radio Club has been an active part of the community for decades, providing technical education, public service communications, and emergency support during severe weather and other local events. For more information about the Fond du Lac Amateur Radio Club, visit www.fdlhams.com. To learn more about Moraine Park Technical College, visit www.morainepark.edu. Okay. Now, I did have a little stumble back there. Let me see if I can track it down. Learning and technical advancement. At Moraine Park, we believe in empowering our communities through access to technology and education, said Donna Haas, purchasing director at Moraine Park Technical College. We're pleased to know these laptops will help. Yeah, I think it was before that, though. Ooh. And technical advancement at Moraine Park. All right. And technical advancement at Moraine Park. We believe in empowering our communities through access to technology and education, said Donna Haas. Nope, it's back farther. Emergency communications and technical innovation within the community. The donation will help the club modernize its equipment and expand its educational outreach programs. The laptops will be used for digital communication demonstrations, emergency preparedness training, and licensing courses for new amateur radio operators. We are incredibly grateful to Moraine Park Technical College. There it is. Boom. To Moraine Park Technical College. Right there. Right there. There we go. Grateful to Moraine Park Technical College. That's it. Boom. That was it. We got it. All right. That was 20. Okay. Story 20 down. 20.wave. And it's gone to Twear, Microsoft Wave. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Quick and easy. Now we got 24. Okay. So go here. All right, let me check some. Vaping Gamers is on right now. He's talking about some stuff. I don't know. Maybe you know what? Maybe we'll head over to his thing and we'll check him out there. We'll see what he's talking about. By the way, if you ever need some voiceover work, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help out. If you want to know how I sound, obviously, you're watching video, and there's a bunch of other videos you can listen to. All right, so let's go ahead. What happens when a material loses its ability to conduct electricity, seemingly for no reason? Researchers have been working to solve that mystery, and they think they now know why. It's uncommon, but when it happens, as it does in the quantum realm, scientists have previously been left shrugging their shoulders. Now, when material that had been capable of conducting electricity loses that property, becoming an insulator, they're nodding their heads in recognition instead. As explained in a recent paper published in Physical Review Letters, an international team of researchers working at the DESI Institute in Germany made their discovery while working with a compound of the rare earth metals tellurium, selenium, and thulium. They found that the compound lost its inherent conductivity because of what researchers described as a particle dance involving a group of particles called polarons, quasi-particles, which can combine and behave as one particle instead of several. The polarons can spur activity between electrons and the nearby atoms, impeding the flow of electricity by slowing it down and eventually halting it altogether. The researchers wrote that their findings show that the properties of a material cannot be explained by its chemical composition alone. The scientists concluded that their findings about polarons may ultimately lead to development of new types of matter or the ability to alter some materials' optical, magnetic, or electrical properties. All right, well, that's kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting. All right, so we got a big gap here. Rare earth metals, tellurium. Yeah, we got a tellurium, selenium, and thulium. They found. Yeah, I wasn't sure on that one, so I'm just gonna bump that. That I think was the main one that I had. Let me see. Let me check here. Recognition instead. Yeah, a little bit of a gap. I'll take that gap out. They're nodding their heads in recognition instead. As explained in a recent. Okay, cool. Boop, 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 boop. Look for any big gaps that I had because, I stop and I breathe and stuff. Get down. And eventually halting it altogether. Right there. Take some of that out. Boop. It all together. The researchers wrote that their findings show that the properties of a material cannot be explained by its chemical composition alone. The scientists concluded that their findings about polarons may ultimately. Okay, cool. File, export audio, and this is 24 dot. Whoops, wave, and export. Off it goes. All right. Coolness. Excellent. All right. So we got that. You know what I really want to do? So that's all. All right. So that's everything. I've got all my stuff up there, right? Let me double check in Finder. Dropbox. I'm going to put Can I put Dropbox there? No, I'm going to put Dropbox right down there. Let me go to Dropbox. Let me go to Twear, the shared folder. Icon? I have no clue what the hell that is. There. Okay. So I got everything uploaded. So the next stage is nothing for that. Excuse me. But hopefully. Let me check some other stuff out here. Let me see what we got going on. Torpedo counts video. What? Okay. Oh, okay. Pikachu is throwing some stuff up for me on X, that kind of thing. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. This is kind of a quick stream, quick session for Ham Radio Live, which is fine. I haven't done a really long video in a while, and I think I'm due. I really am. So maybe I'm gonna set up something here because I really want to do something, and I do want to get a video capture card so I can throw one of the retro computers on and kind of go from there. But okay, yeah, that's all I got for this stream right now. I'll probably do something else, but you know what? Let's go over and check out Vapin. Let's see what Vapin's got going on. Let's see. Darmuth's on. What's he doing? I'm on. It's Mossy. Okay. Alex Jones. Yeah. Oh, Pep is on. There's Vapin. Let's go over here. Okay, let me change this over so you can kind of see what I'm seeing here. And Okay. I wish I had a way of I can go solo and then man, do this. No, man. Do this. And then do this. Not right now. Okay. Now we can do it. Now we can do it. Presentation. Boom. Okay. So let's see. All right. So let's see what they're talking about here. Let's see what they got. Let me minimize. Let me close up this. Get rid of this. Let's listen to see what they got. What they're saying here. Got to unmute the tab.
If I had this period where I'm like, maybe I am wrong, maybe I'm the crazy one, because at
I like
the time,
to know more
I
about what's
believed,
going on.
okay, if everyone here is parroting the same thing, maybe there's something wrong with my perception of this thing. And no, I've realized that consensus does not equal righteousness. It's not the same thing. And then I got to a point when I started to talk to other people who so happened to be believers as well. I started to realize, okay, no, there is such a thing as objective truth, and some people just don't like the truth. And so what am I going to do now? Am I going to sit in this state of just like, aimlessly walking around, or am I going to get up and move forward? And so that's what happened, is that at first it was hopelessness, and then it was a little bit of anger, but not really knowing how to direct that anger.
I'm not sure what they're talking about
then
right now.
I got to where I am now. So yeah, it was definitely a process. I don't know if I answered that question.
Yeah, well, I guess so. The reason I'm asking the question that way is because we've a lot of creators that are going to be watching this show, and this show is absolutely like designed to go to creators. There are people right now that are watching this show and they're going live to 0 to 2 viewers, and they're at least one of, if not two of the viewers, or people that are watching the show that are trying to find what their niche is, or their platform, or their agenda, or whatever it is. And so for you, that was an established gaming creator that had that platform, that had the brand deals, you were traveling to cons, you're doing all the things, you're living the dream, right?
Yeah.
Like you're living like the content creator dream.
This is kind of
and then you have this attack that comes at you. Was it a hard left turn away from gaming and into what you do now? Was there a transition?
Okay, so
and when you made the switch, what was it like? Okay, I'm rebuilding, I'm going live to nobody, or did I have enough of a remaining support structure that I just blended? Does my question make sense? Like,
yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. So it was a slow progress. So like I said, when I first got canceled, I took some time off because I was like, I don't know what to do with all of this anger and hostility.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, well, this is how I make a living. This is still what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I have to go back online,
I
but I can't
conceive of
start
that
making video games, because every time I would stream video games, the same accusers would go into my chat and try to just troll me in the chat. So it wasn't even
racist.
It wasn't even.
There's just so much drama with streaming nowadays. There really is. There really is. I see it. I mean, you go to YouTube and you see the whole Hassan, Asmon, all of it. Ethan Klein with the lawsuit, all of that stuff. Lots of flipping drama. It's crazy.
Seems like the only thing I can do. And then gradually people started to like that, but then someone, either me or maybe one of my guests, would say something on the stream that would offend the audience, and once again that cycle would start up of just outrage. And so
it's like rage clickbait,
I said, you know what,
thing.
I'm going to go
but that's
all
cool.
in. I'm going to make a video about a particular
that's the
topic
nice thing
on
about
YouTube,
Rumble.
and I'm just going to send it out into the ether.
You can do all
way,
that
there's
stuff
no deleting the
if you
stream,
want.
There's no, it's just out there.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it. And that is when, everyone was like, okay, she's gone off the deep end.
Yeah. She got red pilled everybody. She got red pilled
everyone.
Yeah.
And so, and then from there, I just kept putting out content and just ignoring all of the criticisms from people, and it took about maybe a year or so before everything died down. Like this was their full-time job, just to keep harassing me, to call me racist and whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a slow progress, I would say.
The drama,
that affect your numbers,
the online drama,
because I mean,
the fear of missing out, all that jazz. I don't know. I give up on it.
And if you're smart, it's how you farm clips, so you can double work instead of having to go live to nobody. You can use that. So you've got that aspect of it, and then you've also got like the long form. You're putting brand new content out into YouTube. Was that a new channel? Was it your existing channel? Like, can we go back through? I mean, your YouTube, you've got, for those of you who don't know Gothic, she's got about 60,000 people on X, or I call it Twitter still. 340 or so, 350 on YouTube. Is that right? 350,000. Something along those lines. So she's got a massive following. Do you feel like this negatively impacted that for a time? Did you see your numbers dip? Did people?
I like Cranberry Langer's icon. It's the Spider-Man No More from Amazing Spider-Man.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm one of them right now. I feel like
I like that.
I've had this conversation with Tex, like, gaming is a part of what I do, but I don't see for me as a 40-year-old middle-aged chubby white guy that I'm like the market for gaming creators.
I used to be chubby. Then I got pancreatic cancer.
Like I suck at Call of Duty. Like I'm not good at the games, good enough at the games for people to watch me just to see how good of a player I am. So I have to be
me neither.
I have to be entertaining. I have to whatever, but
I'm not that great at those.
And so as my content evolves, it's evolving. It's in like the gaming.
I really should. I mean, I like playing games, but I'm not that great at them.
But they're creators like me. They're saying like, "Hey, I'm hitting this barrier. It's not working here.
Yeah,
maybe I want to do politics. Maybe I want to do podcasting. Maybe I want to do cultural commentary. Maybe I want to do religious commentary."
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to find the niche. And I'm still kind of searching a little bit for the niche, because I started out with Second Amendment, and I really enjoy Second Amendment content, but I was getting a little burned out. So and I tried games, but ham radio, I do ham radio. I'm a ham radio guy. I'm a very technical guy, and I like retro computing. So I'm just going to kind of sit in those kind of areas. I like doing drawing. I'm not a particularly great, artist, in my opinion. There are some people that'll say, "Oh, you're fantastic, Freedom. You're no." Compared to some of the, and this is the classic trap. I compare myself to people like John Romita Jr. and Todd McFarlane and all these greats, John Buscema, Jack Kirby, all of these greats I compare myself to, and there's no way I'm going to match up in my mind to them. I just have to accept the fact that I've got my own style and I got my own level, and that's it. So, but yeah, he's Ray's right. This, when it comes to that, he's very much right. You kind of have to stick with what you know. It's like writing. Stick with what you know. So, all right. Well, I mean, if you're watching this, you came for the recording for This Week in Amateur Radio, but definitely check out Vaping Gamers here. He's got a great channel. He does some great stuff. He's got Rumbot. He runs Rumbot. I tried writing a little Rumble bot for myself, just because I wanted to try to do it, write it in Python. So didn't get very far just because I ran into some issues, but the code's still there. It still kind of semi works. I'm working out kinks and bugs when I can, but I kind of jump from thing to thing. So that's basically kind of how it goes. All right. Well, I'm gonna let it go from there because they've obviously got their stream going, and I don't want to, bogart off of them, that kind of thing. But I do want to say thanks to everybody for hopping in the stream. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a great day. And I will hopefully catch you a little bit later on. I may try to do another stream today just because, I need something to do. I'm bored. I'm kind of bored. So I'm going to kind of let things go here with, let's see this. We're going to allow, and then I'm going to do dish because why not? Boom. So everybody have a great day. I will catch you all later, and enjoy the rest of your weekend unless I see you later. All right. Bye-bye.